I cannot believe I did not make a video giving you guys an update on my last video about the Demon 170 that my dear hater, his car has broken for the same thing that I warned everybody about for over a year now, that the dampers in the actual Demon 170s, they were basically coming loose, the bolts on the backside was coming loose, they were tearing to the timing covers, and you had a 50-50 shot from that point on whether or not your engine was going to grenade, or you might get lucky and only need like a new timing cover or a new damper, which coincidentally, Dodge is no longer stocking according to some of my direct connection buddies. So in this video right here, I got an actual update from Dodge, actual text message that I got a few days ago. So I'm going to share it with you guys right now. Okay, well, with 46,000 friends and the 58% of you guys who keep watching my videos over and over and over again, but don't want to subscribe, help a butter out and try to get my first milestone of 50,000 subscribers. Like I'm so close that I can just literally taste it. You can taste it. But let's get right into this, right? Now, if you watch all the videos about Demon 170, well, if we just rewind back, I've been warning you guys since March of last year. So we're going over 13, 14, 15 months about these dampers coming loose in these Demon 170s and tearing these cars up. Now, in the first document case, I actually did that one back in March of last year, where the customer basically had a car that's going like, I only had 90 miles on it. And all of a sudden his car starts acting funny and stuff. And then he turns the car off and there's engine shavings all over his engine compartments and his car would never run again. And he was really the first documented case last year of a car going down with a damper failure. And I kept showing you guys over and over and over again. I made video after video after video documenting this issue because this is one that affects all of us, because I have a Demon 170 and this affects me too. And this is one thing that I am actually worried about myself. And so I've been called, some people want to call me, I'm a hoaxer, I'm lying about stuff, yada, yada, yada. But it is quite funny. My biggest hater, my biggest critic on the forums who keeps crying over and over and over again, writing essays and stuff, his car does the exact same thing, has the exact same failure that me, TK Osimove, have been warning you guys back for over a year. Now all of a sudden his car breaks and now he wants to tell everybody, oh, look, maybe you should reconsider driving your car until Dodge comes out with this update, blah, blah, blah. It's funny how people will really change their tune that, oh yeah, maybe this is a problem when it actually happens to me, but then still cry and complain when I bring the light to his situation and stuff. So it is quite funny. But I told you guys that I was going to get an update from Dodge, and so I'm going to read it to you right here. But basically I asked Dodge, hey, a dealer buddy of mine told me there is no way that they can order the damper for the Demon 170. I know you guys are working on a replacement, but is there any kind of ETA when they'll be available? And in the meantime, could owners get the dealer to check the bolts on the damper and torque them since there is no ETA on the replacements? And basically I had got this actual message on July 4th. So this was like, 5-6 days ago. And basically what Dodge was telling me, they have not heard by the engineering team or what is going on yet. So that's basically the update right there, that there is something going on and it's in the engineer's hands. And so when I get an update from Dodge about the situation and stuff, I'll make sure I give you guys another update on this. I wish I would have, well, it was 4th of July, so I didn't really think to make a video on this, but this is something that, you know, I'm going to keep my eyes on. Because like I said, I have a Demon 170 as well too. And this is the one thing that concerns me every time I drive a car. Because I'm going like, as soon as I hear or feel something funny going on my engine, I'm going to immediately shift to neutral, turn the car off and roll to the side of the road. Because as I said, with this damper failure, you got a 50-50 shot of that sucker either grenading your engine and you lost a numbers matching engine, or it tears into the timing cover and the only thing you need is basically a damper, an actual timing cover, and you're good to go. So that right there is the one thing that worries me, and that's why I've been keeping up with this over and over again. Just like the spark plug recall. The spark plug recall was something that affected me directly because I never felt the difference between 93 octane and E85. I never felt the difference. Only reason I was putting E85 in the car was because it was cheaper than 93 octane, right? $2 and some change compared to almost $4 in gas. That's a heck of a difference in actual money I put in the fuel tank in my Demon 170. And it wasn't until after the spark plug recall that I actually felt how fast my Demon 170 actually was. And it's like, I'm afraid to go full throttle in my car on the streets. That's just how terrifyingly good my DB170 is now. And after the spark plug recall got done on my car, that's when they started discovering issues with my car to where my catalytic converters are shot. My daggone flaps in my exhaust system is shot. And I replaced my entire exhaust system from the headers all the way back to the tips. Everything is replaced in my car. So that was from result of a spark plug recall. And a lot of people don't like me bringing stuff like that up and bring it to the light, but because I kept doing so, me, TK OC Motivator, all of a sudden there's a recall a year later. And so hopefully with this damper situation, there's going to be the same thing that's going to be happening. We kept bringing this issue up for a year. I have no idea when they started working on this new damper, but thankfully there is something in the works, and Dodge basically confirmed right here that engineering is doing something. They just haven't heard back from them. So I was not talking to an engineer. Let's just say I'll talk to somebody who basically the engineers kind of report to them. That's not really giving too much away, but that's basically what it is. So hopefully when I get something back from Dodge about this damper, I'll update you guys about this, because like I said, this is something that very much interests me greatly, because that's the one thing that I'm worried about happening to my car. And I don't want to basically go and drive a car one day and then hear some kind of crazy noise and then pop goes the weasel and I have no more, well, I have a 50-50 shot. I have a numbers matching engine in my car, and I got a low VIN number car too. I got VIN number 121. So I really do not want to have a replacement engine for my car. So that's why I want to be like, hey, look, you know, get this taken care of as quick as possible. And then I'm pretty sure like my hater, like, I don't know, this dude be crying all the time. I'm probably making another video about him with his ridiculousness, but there's no way in the world Dodge is gonna make this new damper and think that they're not gonna put it on everybody's cars. There's gonna be a recall that's gonna happen and places on everyone's car. There's no way in the world that all these engines have been popping because of this one issue right here, and they're not gonna go ahead and take everyone's old one off and put a new one on, because you can't even order the old one. So in actuality, if your car pops, you're gonna have to get one of the new ones anyway. And I'm pretty sure they wanna charge like a, I'll put it back on the screen right here. This is like a $30-some-thousand bill to replace everyone's engine. It's a lot cheaper to go and do a recall to swap everyone's damper out than to having to do like a $30-some-thousand swap every time someone's engine is replaced, or having to go and swap out the damper and the timing cover and stuff if people's engines mess up on them. So it's obviously going to be a recall. And you know, just like the spark plug recall, regardless they call it a recall or a custom satisfaction notice or whatever, they're going to replace it in everyone's car. There's no way they're not going to be able to, especially with all this noise that me, TK OC Motivator, has been making, that all the owners in the background, the forums and the Facebook groups and stuff, they're all talking about this. So there's no way this is going to actually get released and not get put on everyone's car, especially for free, because this is definitely an actual issue. I'm just gonna go out and say this is actually like a flaw that is basically the weakest link in everyone's car. And it's like, you know, every month you just keep hearing somebody's engine go down. It's like clockwork. Like I've literally legit have owners send me something about their car going down every single month. And you know, this is why it's like, man, like when is it gonna happen? And then my hater with his car went down at what, 4,400 miles, whatever. So the one guy that broke his car in properly the right way, even his car went down. So this is one thing that, like I said, I'm going to basically keep up with and make sure that when there is an update, when this thing is first available and stuff, I'm actually going to talk to them, and I'm pretty sure they're going to probably do the same thing, another customer satisfaction notice or whatever, and bring everyone's cars back in and swap everyone's damper out. And you know, thankfully that'll be like the last time we got to deal with engine issues, because only the issues that I normally seen is either this dampener failing or loose bolts in like people's like bottom ends and stuff, right? And so the one guy made the video on, for some reason they wanted a serial number off his engine block. So I'm thinking they're trying to trace down if there's any ones built around that same time period that's had issues and stuff. There's no other reason I can see why Dodge want a serial number off his engine or whatever. So but like I said, I'm going to keep you guys up to date with this. I'm going to keep tracking this, and I'm going to talk to Dodge about this. And I'm actually going to, I actually got a word today, and I'm actually going to, let's just say I'm going to have a face-to-face with some people in the very near future. So you can stay tuned for that. But that's it for this video right here. Are you guys excited that, hey, there is something in the works to make our Demon 170s more reliable? There's one issue that I have with, you know, these cars failing and stuff. It looks like it's going to be resolved, and we're just waiting on the engineers to finally finish testing it. And it makes me wonder, those Demon 170s that TK saw in one of his videos, was those Demon 170s testing this new damper on it, and that's why they was running around Detroit and stuff. So that's I'm gonna say something TK about that, because someone has sent him them photos and stuff. So I'm gonna send something to him and see whether we can kind of figure this out. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. If you want to check out the other Demon 170 that had like loose bolts inside his engine, you can check out this video right here. And until the next time, I'm out.